What's the plan for Amin Thompson with the Vipers?
Get some live action in. We had his days of going 5-on-5 on the West Coast trip, and it felt good. Nothing wrong physically, so just want to get him some live game action before he comes back.
How many games do you expect him to play down there?
Probably stay throughout the weekend. Obviously it depends on what happens with us in games, if we need bodies or anything, but has one in OKC and then 2 possibly in Birmingham.
Tomorrow's first meeting of the season against OKC. From on the film, what have you noticed about Chet Holmgren so far?
He's competitive. I've seen him quite a bit this summer. He was out in the gym with Jalen and some guys. So, very competitive kid, confident, aggressive, obviously an elite rim protector, and does a lot of things well offensively. So, a young talent. You saw that coming out of college. Other than the injury, he had a pretty good year last year, but one of the young players on the rise.
With Jabari last season, there was a lot of him kind of stationary corner shooter. Are you making a concerted effort to get him kind of plays early on, get him involved in that kind of first quarter to get a rhythm?
Yeah, we're trying, and we got sets that we like for sets of actions that we like for each guy. But he's the multifaceted guy. He can move around a lot, and so whatever happens off ball, actions, post ups, pick and rolls, and everything in between, spot ups as well. So I feel we can move him around a lot, and he has some favorable matchups sometimes. We want to get him going just like the rest of the guys. So it's a little balance there, but he can do a lot of things.
It seems like compared to last year, again, he's used a lot more inside the 3-point line, but you guys aren't necessarily caring so much about that 3 versus 2. Is that part of like your philosophy as a coach, perhaps?
I wouldn't say. We want to take the shots that we're given and encourage guys to be confident, aggressive, hunting those shots. But like I said, we can move a lot of guys around and do different things. Jabari is a guy that can do a lot inside as well, using his height and kind of pulling up over guys. So we don't discourage that at all.
Percentages have gone up, Jabari's, especially on threes in the last 10 games. Is that very important for Albany to have room to work, that Jabari can bring a big guy out?
Yeah, I would say that. To all of our players. The better they shoot, obviously, the more room to operate. We're operating in the post for guys in pick and rolls, and early in the season, teams were kind of clogging the lane and trying to have us it. And we had some good shooting games, but that's the thing that we want to do is be well-rounded, and a big piece of it is 3-point shooting, and it opens up for us.
What type of character does the young Oklahoma City Thunder?
Ton of talent. He drafted well over the last few years and kind of built it up slowly, but anytime you add a 30-point scorer, which SGA is the last 2 years, that takes you to another level. And so he's ahead of the snake there, but it's not just him. It's Jalen Williams is playing well, Holmgren is playing well. They got a lot of good shooters, and Isaiah Joe coming off the bench, and Dort and those guys. So well-rounded team. Obviously one dominant player, but a lot of great pieces around us. So got to be on point with the coverages and specifically with personnel.
Noticed the energy chant there a minute ago, breaking the huddle, and that's been kind of a recurring theme that you've talked about, not coming out in certain games with the right energy. How do you do that with this group? Because there are some games where it feels like the energy is right, and then there's other games where maybe it's not.
Yeah, we just try to show the importance of coming out and having good starts and what it's done for us throughout the season when we have done that. And so, played well at home at times and played well on the road at times, but we want to be more consistent as far as that. And, prime example is the Laker game the other night, getting a 9-point lead early and coming out and guarding a certain way and then kind of falling off the cliff in the second quarter. So it's not just the starts, it's maintaining that with guys coming off the bench and getting back to how competitive we were at the start of the season, and we saw the results of that.
I know this might be still a little bit too early for you to answer, but do you see Jalen Green being on that similar trajectory as we saw on SGA over these last couple of years with his growth and development?
Yeah, the progression is there, and obviously the scoring ability, we saw that from SGA early in his career, and even with the Clippers at times. So you see the talent and potential, and so once you have those tools, it's up to the guy's work ethic and IQ and growth, and so we see him growing into obviously an elite scorer, but we want to be more well-rounded as well. And SGA has carved out obviously a big niche. First team All-NBA, scoring 30 points 2 years in a row, so it's high level as you can get.
On that Lakers game, after you picked up that first technical, you kind of had a little side conversation with Ben Sullivan. Were you maybe letting him know that you were planning on getting tossed later that game?
No, that wasn't the plan. But we were probably just talking about whatever during the game. So it wasn't anything to do with that. We were just talking about whatever it was. I'm not even sure what conversation we're talking about, honestly.
You heard from the league or anything about that, right? Or?
No.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.